Okay. What happened on this thing? Come on. I ain't even gonna get it up tonight. What the hell? Issues with it. So Beth gets him, just makes sure she gets, he's gonna read over whatever he gave her.
Okay.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yep. Whenever you are. Hey. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, at this time, I will call the September meeting of the East Hempfield Township Zoning Hearing Board to order. Members of the board present this evening, Mr. Hanson, Mr. Luce, Mr. Kyle, Mr. Bingham, and myself. On your far right or left is our legal counsel, Jason Hess, and our zoning officer, Beth Graham. We also have present this evening a court reporter. We have one new case and any other old business that we may have this evening. This board will hear this case in an informal manner without strict compliance with the rules of procedure used in a court trial. We asked each applicant and any individuals interested in a particular case to step in front of our table and explain the circumstances involved in their application. Applicants may present their case themselves or through their attorneys or other representatives. Fellow board members and I, as well as our solicitor, may ask the applicant questions from time to time during the applicant's presentation or at its conclusion. All persons having an interest in the application will be given the opportunity to ask questions of the applicant, to offer evidence of their own, and inform the board of their position on the matter. In the interest of a prompt and orderly disposition of the case, we ask that interested people to refrain from speaking until the applicant's presentation has been completed and the board has had the opportunity to question the applicant. At the beginning of the case, people who are interested in that case should decide whether they desire to be parties to it. By being given the status of a party, that person will be entitled to receive notice of the decision in the case and will be entitled to participate in any subsequent appeal or rehearing. Individuals who are not given party status may nevertheless ask questions and present evidence, but will not receive notice of the decision and will not automatically be entitled to participate in any appeal or subsequent rehearing. If you desire to be a party, we ask that you sign an entry of appearance form at the appropriate time. And although each party will receive a written copy of the decision, the mechanics of typing and signing the decision will take approximately 4 weeks. We ask that each person who asks a question or makes a statement first state his or her name and address for the court reporter. Lastly, in the interest of time, I will administer the oath or affirmation to the applicant and to anyone and everyone who anticipates making any statement with respect to any of the hearings this evening. So at this time, will you all rise? Under penalties of perjury, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, please say I do. Thank you. Stay standing and we'll salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Beth, the case this evening has been advertised and posted in accordance with the MPC and the Sunshine Law?
It has been.
Thank you. Gentlemen, we have received from our secretary the August 21st, 2023 board minutes. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman, according to our solicitor, the motions or the variance requests under case number 2462 on the first page are not all correct. So why don't I just read what they're supposed to be so the record has them correct.
Fine.
First variance is a variance from section 270-3.8E6 to allow for lot coverage on the two additional parcels of 61.26%, which exceeds the allowable 50% lot coverage in the Village Commercial Zone. The resulting lot coverage of the entire property following consolidation will be 82.67%. Second variance from section 270-3.8E8 allows for the building area of 66,966 square feet, which is an expansion of 5,100 square feet from the existing building area and exceeds the maximum building area of 5,000 square feet. Number three, a variance from section 270-6.6B, which requires that expansions of a nonconformity be confined to the existing lot to allow the expansion on two additional properties or lots. Number four, a variance from section 270-6.6G, which prohibits expansion of nonconformities to create new dimensional nonconformities or further increase existing dimensional nonconformities, permit the expansion of the existing nonconformities with respect to lot coverage and building area. The property, including previous existing parcels that are not part of the existing property. No, never mind. Stop it at that.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other potential changes to the minutes, gentlemen? Seeing none, could I have a motion to approve the August 21st, 2023 board minutes with the changes so stated by Mr. Hanson as compiled by our solicitor, Mr. Hess?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Hanson and seconded by Mr. Kyle. Any discussion? Just a little comment is the changes that you discussed. I guess this is a question to Mr. Hess. The changes that Mr. Hanson just discussed are what is in the proposed decision that we, and I shouldn't say proposed decision, the decision that we voted upon at the last meeting, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. With that, gentlemen, any other discussion? Seeing none. Mr. Hanson?
In favor.
Mr. Luce?
In favor.
Mr. Kyle?
In favor.
Mr. Bingham?
In favor.
And I will also vote in favor. The board minutes of August 21st, 2023 with the changes are approved. Okay. Beth, any old business?
No.
Okay, case this evening then? New case?
Case number 2467, Hempfield Fire Department, 19 Main Street, seeking a variance to the maximum height of a fence.
Okay, is there someone here from, oh, first of all, I forgot to state, and ask the question. Beth, we, not only are we here in person, but we're also on Zoom. Beside Nate, is there anyone else on Zoom?
No,
Okay,
that's it.
if somebody does come on, just please let me know. Okay, with that, so stated, is there anyone here from the Hempfield Fire Department? Sir? Okay, 1 second. Is there anyone here or on Zoom that wants to be a party to this case?
Do you think HYA is the applicant?
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Hempfield Fire is asking for the applicant. Okay, so is there anyone here also from the Hempfield Youth Association, HYA? Okay, and again, ask the same question. Is there anyone else in the audience or on Zoom that wants to be a party? Seeing none. Gentlemen, I presume the applicant is HYA, so would you like to come forward and speak into the mic? You might have to move it. And please state your name again and address so the court reporter can get it.
Yeah, my name is Jay Enoch, President, Hempfield Youth Association. The address for our zoning application is 19 Main Street, Landisville, PA. Hempfield Youth Association is the applicant. The property owner is the Hempfield Fire Department. We have been working in partnership with them. What we're asking for is a zoning variance to the fence height to install a home run fence at the larger field, or the field on the left on the picture on the screen. The section of the fence would be a home run fence that runs from the left field line to the right field line. The left field line, for point of reference, is closest to the tracks.
Sir,
Right. Yep.
you want to have a pointer?
Maybe
Yeah.
point to that one, please.
Yeah, you're gonna have a pointer.
Got it.
Do you have one?
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you're on it.
Okay.
So for a
Thank
point
you.
of reference, this would be the left field line. This would be the right field line. What we're asking for from a variance standpoint, we would run a 15-foot high fence from the left field line to this tree right here, where it would drop down from 15 feet to 8 feet for the duration of the fence. What we've seen over the last few years is with bat technology, kids getting stronger, kids getting bigger, there is a number of balls that are getting hit into this area and even onto the field up here. We regularly use both of these fields. In the spring, we use these fields 6 days a week. In the fall, we use these fields 4 days a week. So what we're seeing is as our youngsters or our T-ball players, which range in age from 4 to 6, are playing in here and parents and grandparents are sitting here, there are balls that are getting hit from this field into their seating arrangement. And typically they're facing this way. So they're getting hit with balls that are kind of coming from behind them. So while this fence would mitigate some of those risks, also, we've had a number of times where we're hitting balls up onto these properties as well. Now, I will tell you, with a solid swing, it could go over those fences still, but this will mitigate some of those risks that we've seen over the last number of years.
Questions, gentlemen? Mr. Hanson?
Mr. Enoch, you said 15 feet on the left field side, and is it 8 feet on the right field?
Yes. So just beyond this tree, right about here, is the break point where it goes to 8 feet for the rest of the fence.
My only question is, and hopefully this never happens, but if HYA goes away, what is the contingency plan to maintain the fence or take it down? It should not be left to the fire department, and it should not be left to the township. Take care of that.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, if Hempfield goes away, we'd have to come up with a plan. If that plan is to kind of demo the fence, we can certainly take care of that. But I wouldn't say we have anything in place because we don't plan on going anywhere.
You just never know. I'm just.
Yeah, I think we've been an organization since the mid-50s, so I don't plan on stopping. We plan on growing.
Thank you.
Other questions, gentlemen? Mr. Enoch, with the left field fence, which is to be 15 feet, is that entire length of the left field fence 15 feet?
Yes,
Okay. I presume that runs into the center field where the tree happens to be. What is the height there at the center field?
right at the center field point, it's 15. Just right of center field, it drops down to 8 feet.
Okay,
But that's
so-
to the right of that tree.
So looking at the picture, there is a property, I guess, right along the center field. So that between the fence and that tree, that should be, if there's a problem with your T-ball field, as I'll call it, the one on the right, that tree and the fence should protect those properties.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any other questions? Seeing none. Jason?
Can I ask,
Oh, well, hold on, Jason.
has there, the property owners right there, have they been approached about having a fence put up?
I know this one in particular, yes,
Okay,
because it's the in-laws of somebody within our program.
okay,
So
so they're in favor of it?
They're very aware of what's going on, yeah. Now, as for the rest of the property owners down this way, I can't say for sure if they've been
Alright.
approached or not.
Well, if you have somebody hitting a ball to those properties down to the right, they shouldn't be playing for HYA.
Tell them to sign the baseball and give it to them.
Well, I hope they still play for HYA and then go on to bigger and better things as they get older.
Okay, Jason, you.
The Phillies or the Pirates could use.
Good, definitely. Any questions?
No, I don't. I'm concerned that no one's gonna be able to hit a home run over left field anymore, but
I guess they'll have to work out a little bit more.
no, I'm good.
Beth, do you have any?
No.
comments? Anyone in the audience and or Zoom have questions of the applicant? Seeing none. Okay, does anyone in the audience want to make any comments, pro or con to this application? Seeing that I have, and sir, I did not get your name with the Hempfield Fire Department. Mr. Howard, are you willing to answer a question or two? Can I ask you to come to the mic? Since the Hempfield Fire Department is the owner of this property and has been the owner of the property since at least back into the mid-70s. And the testimony of Mr. Enoch, the Hempfield Fire Company is in total approval of this fence going up.
Yes, we were approached about it from HYA and it went through our company meeting and our board of directors and there were no objections.
Okay, I'll let Mr. Hanson ask probably the same question. If he doesn't ask the same question, I will, but go ahead.
You're talking about the agreement?
Yeah.
Do you have an agreement in place with HYA to take care of the fence if something ever happened to them?
We do not have any agreement if HYA would disband what would happen with that fence. We do not.
Can I follow?
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Howard, then I presume that if you do not in the future get some type of agreement, that you understand if we approve this, that you will be liable for that fence and it will not fall back onto the township since the property is privately owned by you, being the fire company. Okay, thank you. Any other questions of Mr. Howard and fire company? Seeing none. Jason?
None.
Beth?
No.
Anyone in the audience or on Zoom have any questions of Mr. Howard? Seeing none. Thank you, sir. Okay, one last chance. Anyone wants to make a comment, either pro or con to this application? Gentlemen?
My name's Tom Bennett, 2623 Marietta Avenue. First thing I'd like to say to the Hempfield Fire Department is I appreciate the support that they give the HYA and have for many, many, many years. So it's really appreciated. Secondly, I think, the variance itself, I'm in full support of the providing the variance. I think that it'll provide a safer environment for the players as well as the neighbors. So we'll keep it short and sweet and leave it at that. But thank you for the consideration.
Don't leave the podium. No, is there any questions? Mr. Bennett? Seeing none. Jason?
No.
Beth? Anybody on? Seeing none. Thank you, sir. Since there is no others, gentlemen, we will conclude testimony in case number 2467. We will take administrative notice of case number 195, which pertains to this property. There are no exhibits to add to the record beside the application and the testimony tonight. So with that, gentlemen, if there is a motion in case number 2467, I would listen to it.
Mr. Chairman, case number 2467, the request of Hempfield Youth Association for property located at 19 Main Street, Landisville, PA, 17538, owned by the Hempfield Fire Department. Make a motion to grant the request to a variance to section 270-5.2 AA1 to grant them a 9-foot variance for a total of a 15-foot high fence in the left outfield and a 2-foot variance for an 8-foot fence in the right outfield and our standard conditions.
Okay, gentlemen, we have a motion by Mr. Hanson, case number 2467 of the Hempfield Youth Association, HYA, for property at 19 Main Street, Landisville, PA 17538, which is owned by the Hempfield Fire Department, for a variance, to grant a variance to section 270-5.2 AA1 or a variance of 9 feet for a total height of 15 feet on the left field fence and a 2-foot variance for a total height of 8 feet on the right field fence with the standard conditions. Is that what you?
Yes, sir.
Stated? Do I have a second, gentlemen?
I would second that motion.
Seconded by Mr. Bingham. Is there any comments, gentlemen, on the decision? On the, on the motion. Seeing none, Mr. Hanson,
In favor.
Mr. Lewis,
In favor.
Mr. Kyle,
In favor.
Mr. Bingham,
In favor.
and I'll also vote in favor. So the request of HYA for the variance to section 270 5.2.881 has been granted with the condition. So with that, thank you, gentlemen, and everyone else. With that, Beth, any other business?
No other business.
What about next month?
They have till this Friday. So far, nothing.
Since you said last month.
Well, yeah, but
Unexpected.
we'll cut her.
We're hoping.
We'll
Potential
go
for
easy.
one, but nothing yet.
Oh, no,
so.
now she's putting the caveats on.
Uh-huh.
You can tell she's been hanging around Nate too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, everyone, is okay for next month, potentially? Okay, so with that, gentlemen, and ladies, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, meeting.
I'll tell ya.
Back when I used to give you free pen, the last couple of times, they did the same.
Yeah, 2 games.
Seems like it.